But did you grow any anger towards the environment that you grew? Because I'm pretty sure you'd know how life was on this other side of Nairobi. Kuna kasiri kale kwa kana guruka, mbona tuko ghetto, mbona tuko hivi, mbona tunashare bafu, mbona tunashare choo, mbona mitungi za maji zimejaa kwa kona ya hao. Did you ever harbor any anger towards that?
Actually, I never harbored any anger because in spite of all the predicaments we were in, we were still a happy family. And at that moment, I was still a kid. So I was not really exposed to, the other dynamics of life because I schooled in Salama. That was the first school I went before later on moving to Umoja when we moved out of Madare. But I really didn't have a comparison. So I didn't know what I was missing out. Unlike today, where there's a lot of pressure from this current generation, they are able to preview what other people are doing via social media platforms. But remember, in those days, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram. Nothing. So kama umegrow Madare, uko tu hapo, unaenda shule Madare, mabeshte wako ni wa Madare, so church uko Madare. I grew up in the Redeemed Gospel Church, also Huruma Church. Yeah. So your environment is literally within the slum, And I remember the place, iyo plotting yetu tulikuwa tunaishi, there was a bar on this side, a bar on this side. Yani the noise, my goodness.
All this time, because now you're in primary school, is there any tabia that you picked up, but right now you look back and like, that was a very negative, but really kwa tabia mbaya. Is there anything you remember that probably izo mafegi, mapele, later on, did you ever try drinking?
Not really. Also remember by this time I'm still a very young girl. I'm still a very young girl, and I was a shy kid because I was also born with a speech problem. So I was a stammerer. So remember now in that season, if you cannot even be able to speak well and be like mama, it's like I really had a stammering problem that was so. So I remember in that time I was just that shy kid and that kid that was just behind the scenes, and most of the times, because now when you're growing in between two bars, it means your parents are really on your case. Literally. Because they have to really protect you, because there's a lot of prostitution going on. When there's a bar here, there's prostitution going on, there's drinking going on, crime is high. So sometimes unasikia ati kuna mwizi ameshikwa anachomwa na taya. That was like the normal order of the day. Unasikia kuna mwizi ameshikwa pale, sijui ameiba nini, mob justice mara moja, taya, mafuta, mmeja. So, when you grow up under such kind of a toxic environment, also, the greatest thing that your parents can do at that stage is just to really protect you and just be there for you. True. And one of the things I thank God, because I would have become one of those people that maybe was into drinking, all these vices. But one of the greatest things that my mom inspired me is to love God. Even at that young age, my mother inspired me to love God. If there is anything else that I always tell my mom thank you for, is that she inspired me to love God. I'm actually a product of her faith.